brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Vannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Amid border tensions with China in eastern Ladakh, the government on Monday banned 59 mobile apps including TikTok, QC browser and other Chinese apps prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity and defense of the country. Almost all the apps banned have some preferential Chinese interest and the majority have parent Chinese companies. The Ministry of Information Technology said in a release that it has decided to block 59 apps in view of the information available that they are engaged in activities which is prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity of India, defense of India, the security of the state and public order. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, the PMO said in a tweet without saying what the address would be about. The PMO's tweet came shortly after the government announced that it was banning 59 mobile phone apps linked to China that it said were prejudicial to India's sovereignty, defense, security and public order. It also followed the announcement of the Union Home Ministry's Unlock 2 guidelines that seeks to open up more activities outside containment zones from July 1st amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Two unidentified terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir on Tuesday. Security forces launched a cordon and search operation at Waghama in Anantnag district in South Kashmir this morning after receiving specific information about the presence of terrorists in the area. This is second encounter in Anantnag district in as many days. 3 terrorists were killed in the gun battle with security forces at Khul Chohar area of the district on Monday. 2 terrorists who killed a Central Reserve Police Force Jawan and a 5-year-old boy 3 days back at Bijbehra have been eliminated, said Dilbag Singh, Jammu and Kashmir Director General of Police on Tuesday. Singh said that terrorists were killed in an encounter at Anantnag's Waghama Bijbehra area in the Union Territory on June 26th. CRPF Jawan Shamal Kumar De and a child had lost their lives in the terrorist attack on a CRPF party in Anantnag. Union Ministry of Home Affairs has issued new guidelines for Unlock 2 to open up more activities in areas outside the containment zones. According to the new guidelines, which will come into effect from July 1st, 2020, the process of phased reopening of activities has been extended further. After extensive consultation with states and union territories, it has been decided that schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till July 31st, 2020, MHA said. Pakistan on Tuesday violated ceasefire along the line of control in the Nogam sector of the Baramulla district. The ceasefire violation by Pakistan took place on Tuesday morning by firing mortars and other weapons. A befitting response is being given by the army. As many as 144 fresh COVID-19 cases were reported in Jammu and Kashmir on Monday, taking the total number of coronavirus cases in the Union Territory to 7,237. 45 of the new cases were from Jammu region, 99 cases were from the valley. Kishtwar was the only district where no fresh case was detected. The number of people who had died after testing positive for COVID-19 is 95. A medium-intensity earthquake of magnitude 4 hit Jammu on Tuesday morning, the National Centre for Seismology said. According to the NCS, the earthquake of magnitude 4 scale occurred 84 kilometers east of Katra, Jammu and Kashmir at 8:56 am on Tuesday. So far, there have been no reports of any damage. With a spike of 18,522 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, India's coronavirus count now stand at 5,66,840, said the Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry on Tuesday. According to the ministry, 418 deaths due to COVID-19 were reported in the last 24 hours. The number of deaths in the country now stands at 16,893. There are 2,15,125 active coronavirus cases in the country, while the number of cured or discharged patients stand at 3,34,821 and one patient migrated. Chairman J&K Public Service Commission B.R. Sharma on Monday administered oath of office to the 4 newly appointed members. 2 members, Subhash Gupta and Sameer Bharti, were administered oath at Jammu office, while Syed Iqbal Agha and Shaukat Ahmed Zargar were administered oath of office at Srinagar through video conferencing mode. A delegation of public representatives from Jammu Municipal Corporation led by Chandra Mohan Gupta, Mayor JMC, called on the Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu and apprised him of their concerning issues. JMC apprised the Lieutenant Governor about the overall functioning of JMC and the activities undertaken by the Municipal Corporation on the developmental front besides status of major developmental projects. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Ahmed Khan on Monday inspected various ongoing works undertaken by Rural Development Department in Kathua district. Advisor Basir Khan also visited various panchayats of block Barnoti and inspected ongoing works with tractor roads at Rajbagh and Bhallu. Restoration and renovation of ponds at Meerut and Nannan. He passed directions to the BDO to complete the work in line with quality standards within stipulated time. Jammu and Kashmir Forest Department is strengthening its network of control rooms and checkposts for effective protection of forest in the Union Territory, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest Mohit Gera said on Monday. Gera, who is also the head of Forest Force, said the department would make use of latest technology and involve Forest Protection Force to achieve its goal. The Jammu and Kashmir government has evacuated about 1,72,728 JK residents stranded in other parts of the country due to COVID lockdown via Lakhanpur and through special trains and buses till date, amid strict observance of all necessary guidelines and standard operating procedures. As per the official data received in this regard, the Jammu and Kashmir administration has received 68 special trains at Jammu and Udhampur railway stations from different states and UTs so far, with about 55,325 passengers, while about 1,17,403 persons from other states and UTs, including 657 from abroad, have been evacuated by the government through Lakhanpur till date. Stepping up COVID-19 testing in the Union Territory, the Microbiology Department of Government Medical College in Jammu achieved yet another milestone by carrying out more than 2,100 tests in a day through introduction of partial automation. The 2,143 samples are more than the daily average of 1,300 samples per day during the past 2 months, thus accounting for an increase of about 39.33%. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Khan on Monday convened a meeting at Civil Secretariat here to review the initiatives of additional strategies to combat COVID-19. At the outset, the advisor sought feedback from all the deputy commissioners regarding steps being taken by them for containment and management of coronavirus. The Jammu and Kashmir Road Transport Corporation on Monday imposed a total penalty of Rs 1.7 lakh on its 2 conductors and suspended the services of a driver for negligence of duty. Managing Director JKRTC Angrez Singh Rana issued these orders on the recommendation and reports submitted by journal managers of Jammu and Kashmir. The penalty shall be recovered from the salaries of the 2 conductors. 77% children below 5 years of age in Jammu and Kashmir were not able to access basic healthcare services like immunization during the lockdown imposed to curb the spread of COVID-19. CRISE said on Monday, citing a study, the Rapid Online Perception Study about the effects of COVID-19 on children was conducted during the first and second phases of the lockdown based on responses of parents and primary caregivers from all across the country, including Jammu and Kashmir, the NGO said in a statement. It said a total of 387 respondents from Jammu and Kashmir participated in the study. District Development Commissioner Dr. Sagar D. Doifode inaugurated Kisan Mandi here at newly constructed rural hut at Prano Panchayat to facilitate direct marketing in the district. The mandi has been established by the Department of Horticulture Planning and Marketing in coordination with District Agriculture Production Department. It will act as collection center where from the marketable surplus will be dispatched to major markets of Jammu, Udhampur and other marketplaces. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that the launch of India's first human space mission, Gaganyaan, will not be affected by COVID pandemic and preparation are carrying on in the right direction. The training of astronaut has now been resumed and the launch is scheduled to take place as planned before the 75th anniversary of India's independence in 2022.